idea what that equation is? It's the Schrodinger equation from physics about quantum physics and stuff. It's very interesting. Have a look it up. Yeah, I did physics as a degree, so it's something that's quite interesting if you wanted to look into more of that. Okay, so welcome back, and I thought I'd just go into a bit about what I'm actually trying to achieve here and what I'm trying to do, because it's about education. It's about, for me, maths, because like I say, that's what I can deliver on, that's what I know about. And I now have a website because I thought that's the best way to get the information and whatever I want to do, whatever that might be, out there. So yeah, the website will be linked below, intellectuslearning.co.uk. And it's basically just education, an educational platform geared around mathematics. So there's like a dashboard for studying with notes, and you can put your homework on. It automatically updates different homeworks and what level you're on, and then you can use all these different scientific methods for learning. So spaced repetition is quite good. The Cornell note-taking system, active recall, these are in essence quite simple things, and there's something that you might have been using already all along, but formalizing them like this, having them all on this dashboard, I think can be really helpful, because especially for me going through university and A-levels and things like that, I struggled with organising everything. And if I had everything in different places and I tried to use some studying method here, and then the next day was going on and just tried out something for a few hours, something different over there, then I just wasn't in the right focused mind frame. It was more having a scattered approach meant that my studying was scattered and my mindset was scattered, and just doesn't bode well for any learning at all. So that's one thing, is on that website you can get, this is all going to be free. I think it might say free for a limited time, but it's going to be free, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, so a student dashboard so there's also a studies, like focused study session page where you have a timer, and that's the 25-minute time with a 5-minute break that everybody always goes on about, which to start off with I think is really good actually. The one variation I would take is start off with 25 minutes, 5-minute break. So studying completely focused, try to eliminate all distractions if you can. Don't beat yourself up if you can't, of course. And then have a 5-minute break where you completely detach and obviously don't think about any studying at all for those 5 minutes. And then what I would suggest is actually build that up over time. So after a couple of months, you should be able to study hour and a half, actually focused, like actually study just as focused as you were when you were doing 25 minutes, but for an hour and a half with, say, a 10-15 minute break. And you'll find that this happens naturally, really, because at the start it'll be hard to study, you won't be used to it. Maybe you just started the new academic year and you're slogging through those 25 minutes. But then once you get into the rhythm of things, once you actually know what you're doing day by day, or you're some part way through your courses, 25 minutes is not going to be enough. Trust me, once you get to that time limit, you're going to be working on something you want to carry on with. So giving yourself time to do that really does help, because if anything, breaking away for something when you're in the flow of doing a problem or something doesn't help at all. It really does hinder your studying, because you're breaking your mind away for something that you're in that moment focused on. So yeah, those are just some of the things. That's the sort of digital platform interface sort of things that's over on that my website, which I genuinely think is helpful, and all of which I've genuinely used. And obviously it's all science-based, science research methods of studying, but that's not the point. The point is having an organised way of trying these different things out. The point is learning, like it always says everywhere, learning how to learn, because that's what it's all about. And it's just it is a slow process, but this will definitely help. The other thing is 24/7 maths help. I mean, what more can I do? If there is something more I can do, tell me. But I thought that was the best thing I could do to help with what I can help with, which is maths. So 24/7 help with up to A-level, mainly GCSE and A-level or equivalent, of course, any exam board. I'm happy to help whatever time, obviously, whenever I can. Just it'll be explained over there, but you can just send me messages on however you can contact me, and I'll offer whatever help I can. So whether that's helping you with homework problems, or going through different notes that you found, or explaining concepts, or coming up with problems for you to try, or on the other side of things, the studying more esoteric, habits and study tips, which is the other portion of what I want to focus on. So the academic math side, I'm perfectly happy to help with however I can, but also the studying, which is something I've equally learned about through university. I think doing a physics degree taught me physics, but in equal measure it taught me study skills and how I learn, and that's what we all need to learn, really. So yeah, I think it should be pretty self-evident why this is important, especially now when everything is moving to be online, but more so the fact that it should be free. Like I say, I'm going to extend indefinitely the period that this will all be free for, because there's absolutely no reason that there should be a paywall blocking any access to education. Probably I am biased because I like maths, but I'd say that if you're interested in maths, and this goes for absolutely any subject, of course, but from my standpoint, if you're interested in maths, if you have a passion or ability to do maths, there should be nothing stopping you pursuing that to the fullest. So obviously literally anybody can just click on that link and then have support with mathematics, which hopefully will be helpful. And that's the other thing, the fact that it should be your choice that you're pursuing these things. It shouldn't be your parents having to pay for a tutor to then be able to sort of guide you, or in some cases control what you're studying. It should be you choosing to go and find out more information, and then if you're not interested in it, if you decide that math is boring, which a lot of people do, fine, but at least you would have explored it. At least maybe you'll have given it more of a chance than a lot of people if the opportunities are out there. So I think that's a very valid reason to make education free. I'm not obviously going to get into the whole making university free thing in this video, but I will. But yeah, that is something I'm very, very passionate about. The fact that people are, the very, very vast majority of people are pushed into either a subject or a level of studying that doesn't suit them and is influenced by things that aren't themselves, external factors. So most people go to university because everybody else is, because their parents want them to. And I think this is the biggest issue out of those. Too many people are going to university. As weird as that sounds, because university is generally seen as a good thing, but it's only inherently a good thing to the people that inherently want to go. The people that want to go and do vocational work, or the subjects that shouldn't require an academic degree, should not require £9,250 a year plus maintenance plus whatever you cost to live to learn about that. You should be able to go and contribute and actually work and learn through experience, because one, you learn vastly better and quicker and more effectively because you're learning from people that know what they're doing and you can experiment on the job. And two, it makes sense from societal point of view, because you're contributing and actually using those skills that you're developing in real time. So you don't have to wait 3, 4, or in doctors' cases 10 years before you're contributing and actually using your skills. Obviously, doctors, very good idea to go to university, but you understand what I'm saying. Those subjects that don't lend themselves to an academic degree those people shouldn't feel obliged to go to university because everybody else is, which I think is the main factor. Anyway, that was just a bit of extra rationale behind what I'm trying to do. So yeah, intellectuslearning.co.uk, link down below, everything free, and I'll support in whatever way I can. And honestly, I can't support with like biology and things, but if I could, I would. I know a bit about philosophy, if that helps. Yeah, but thank you. Hopefully somewhat helpful.